Normandy is one of the great historic regions of France. Its cities are dotted with monuments from the past, with great cathedrals and impressive Gothic structures. But while these buildings stand tall, other pieces of Normandy history are left to crumble. 140 miles from Rouen, the little hamlet of La Boulière was once a bustling rural settlement teeming with life. It was abandoned at the turn of the century, and no one lived in its cottages for over 30 years. But now that's changed, because Paul and Yip are making it their mission to bring it back to life.
I suppose it's overwhelming, isn't it? In a short space of time, all of a sudden we've got this that we own. It's like we've just been picked up and just dropped off somewhere really lovely. It's amazing. It is just a dream come true. So we're just so grateful for it and for everybody that's helped us on our journey here.
Yeah.
You know.
The couple bought the hamlet for the price of a hatchback. And as well as creating a home for themselves, they're now pushing forward with their dream of turning La Boulière into a business, renovating the cottages into holiday lets and opening outside glamping facilities.
We feel so privileged to be here in this spot, and there's a balancing act. We want to preserve the tranquility of this place, but we do need to raise money and have a business, create a business that's going to bring in funds to help us complete the restoration.
It's the end of November, and as the days get shorter and colder, the work on La Boulière is going at a slower pace. Having made their most derelict structures safe for the winter, the boys now need to complete their glamping facilities, which will bring in some much-needed income.
So we are on a bit of a mission now to get this utilities building done, because obviously in spring we want it, you know, fully operational for the people staying in the lorry.
Yeah, and then we can start getting some money in to this project.
And
so,
start moving forward with the project.
Yeah, it'd be really exciting. We're really looking forward to it, aren't we?
While Yip prepares the repurposed wooden window for painting, Paul starts repointing the stone wall with lime mortar.
Some of the gaps in these stones are quite big, so I'm having to build it up, bit by bit. So I'll do a little bit and then I'll return to it when it's dried a little bit and all that sort of stuff, just build it up. It's just a bit easier than trying to do it all in one go. But I love the look of it. I love the look of it when it's dried. It's amazing.
Traditionally, the farm buildings of La Boulière were built using local clay and stone, with timber frames for windows and doors. Paul's hoping by using modern building methods and materials that they'll be better equipped to stand the test of time.
A lot of these old buildings are literally just mud and lime. When the rain comes in on the top of the stonework, it just washes all the stuff out. That's why they all fall into bits. But obviously, you know, what I'm doing now will hopefully last many, many years.
Both the pointing and the painting are progressing nicely.
It's got to be done. We've got every dry day, you know, we've just got to do something. But it is a priority of ours to get it done, because it is going to earn us some money, hopefully. That's the plan. That's what it's all about. We don't expect to get rich here, but we just want to earn, you know, and put some money back into the restoration. That's what it's about for us.
Coming up.
Our friend Trudy's coming over from England today, so we're just going to prep the lorry for her.
Paul and Yip rush to prepare for an unexpected guest.
If we ask her for honest feedback, she will give us honest feedback.
Back in the hamlet of La Boulière in northern France, it's December, and owners Paul and Yip have an unexpected visitor on the way.
So, big day today. Our friend Trudy's coming over from England today, so we're just going to prep the lorry for her.
Paul and Yip made their move from England to La Boulière in this 1980s horse box. The boys have worked hard to transform the lorry and this old piggery into glamping accommodation. And their friend Trudy will be their first test guest.
The good thing about having Trudy here as well is she will be honest. You know, if there's things that is needed for
If
our
we
first
ask
trial.
her for honest feedback, she will give us honest feedback.
Bringing La Boulière back to life takes time, so Paul and Yip are not quite where they want to be.
Unfortunately, the utility building isn't quite ready for Trudy's visit, but it will be ready for paying guests in March. So we've still got a fair bit to do on that.
With Trudy due to arrive in only 5 hours' time, the couple sets about making their horse box feel like a home from home for their first guest.
Do you reckon that'll look all right up there? Obviously not in the box. I wonder if we could fix that, Paul, with a panel pin or something.
But as the power supply hasn't been connected to the horse box yet, today a makeshift supply will have to do.
When did that hole get drilled then?
Oh, there you go, look at that. This is all very temporary for the moment, just for Trudy's visit. So, you know, because obviously we don't want cables on show and all that sort of
This is
stuff.
a temporary electricity supply, isn't it?
Yeah.
And on this occasion, it certainly does the job.
Ready? Yay!
With fairy lights added to the courtyard and beds made,
We're really getting there. We're really getting there now.
they just need to bring in the furniture.
Well done. The other chair.
And it's job done, and Trudy's horse carriage awaits her.
Look at that.
Later that evening, Yip and Paul arrive from the airport with their first ever guest. And even in the dark, Trudy is bowled over by La Boulière.
It's all emotional. We said this would happen. You know, we're all the same. You know, we're all from similar things, aren't we? You know, this is the dream for.
Oh, you've done so well. You own a whole village.
I know, and all we could live in England was a
Couldn't even afford
caravan.
the flat,
No,
Couldn't even afford the caravan we lived in.
No.
it is mad.
And as they head into the twinkling courtyard, Paul and Yip hope Trudy will be equally impressed by her accommodation.
Oh, look.
Gosh,
It's-
beautiful.
Isn't it? Cosy bed, hopefully. Yeah.
Oh, it looks gorgeous. It's just all blowing my mind.
It's a great first impression. And it's looking like Paul and Yip's horsebox glamping could be a runaway success and could be the key to keeping the wheel turning on this massive renovation project.
Feels exciting to have someone staying in the lorry, doesn't it? You know, our first guest, albeit a friend, to be staying in the lorry is just amazing.
Yeah.
The future is bright.
Yeah.
Back at La Boulière, it's late December 2022. After being slowly left to die, new owners Paul and Yip are bringing the village back to life. And today is a momentous occasion. Their first trial guest, Trudy, has just spent the night in the village.
First night was amazing. Last night, really comfy, really warm. Too warm at one point. I opened the little vent. Bed was really comfy, really nice mattress. And really peaceful, could hear the owls at one point. It was just lovely. I'm waking up with a gorgeous view this morning, which was really nice. Really, really nice.
And as a long-term friend of the couple, Trudy couldn't be prouder of what they've achieved.
They've just done all of this themselves. They've worked from absolutely nothing and lived a really simple life and always worked so hard. So they just proud of them. They deserve this, all of this, and more. It's been a bit emotional, sorry, again.
As Trudy arrived at La Boulière last night, she's only seen a tiny part of the hamlet. So Paul and Yip are keen to give her the grand tour and find out how she slept.
Knock, knock. Knock, knock.
Morning, lovely.
How was it?
Amazing night.
Oh.
Really lovely, thank you.
good.
Cosy.
Warm enough?
Yeah, had to open the window at one point.
Did you? Well, should we have a little look about?
Yes, can't wait, excited.
First stop is their great barn.
This was covered in ivy.
Ivy, yeah, I can see.
Like mad. It's crazy. But in taking it off, we've made it really vulnerable. So that was a big lesson learned.
Next is their terrace of derelict cottages, which will eventually become holiday lets.
Which is the next bit of the village.
Right, we'll go around the front and have a look in these little cottages, I think, won't we? You know, when we came here, all this, where it's gravel, was oak trees. You couldn't get in the door. So all of these cottages, from one next to ours, is joined, so you can get right the way through. Got to work, get some money in, and just do one cottage at a time.
After an hour spent visiting the buildings, Trudy is well impressed.
Can't believe you've bought a village. And it's just, I don't know, it's bonkers, isn't it? It is mind-blowing to look at all that you've got walking around and seeing it all. Can't believe what you've achieved in 16 months. That's no time, is it, really?
We're looking forward to a little holiday, aren't we?
It's a nice horse box.
Yeah, there is. Stay in the horse box.
Thanks to Paul and Yip's hard work, the village that captured their imagination has now won over its first guest too.
Amazing building, though.
This is a massive leap forward for the boys, but although they've won their first battle, the war against the decay of their beautiful village continues. It often feels like the ghost villages of Europe have a mind of their own. They're unpredictable and often fight back when people try to tame them. The lost village of La Boulière in France is a prime example. Once a thriving community supporting many families who'd farm its land, make cider in the old apple press, and bake bread in the communal bakery, the village, like many others, lost its sense of purpose. That's until Paul and Yip's love affair with La Boulière began. And through sheer hard work and determination, they're slowly winning the battle to bring it back to life.
So for us, this isn't just a building project at all. You know, this is our home.
We feel very privileged to be putting our hearts and souls into this, and we feel very lucky to be part of, hopefully, this place's history, you know, in the decades
to come.
It's now February 2023, and though Paul and Yip had plans to focus on creating a holiday business, it seems La Boulière has other ideas. The roof of the old bakery, which they hope to turn into a cafe baking pizzas, is in a bad way. So the boys have had to change their plans to save the roof from collapse.
Vital that we get all the nasty tiles and rotten wood stripped off. So if they're looking at anything, it will be new wood.
Yeah,
and new. You know, they'll know.
It needs to look presentable, doesn't it? Nice.
Yeah.
And with the winter weather starting to clear up,
there's no time like the present.
they can finally inspect the timber.
Oh dear, rotten. Oh, they are rotten. Get them all off, start again. And then we know, hopefully, that the roof will be good for a few more years yet.
They're determined to do as much of the work as possible to save La Boulière, but this job is certainly one of the most precarious.
Do you remember that's rotten yet? I wouldn't be on that.
Right. Let's take that off of there. This has now been deemed too dangerous.
By our health and safety officer.
By our health and safety officer.
But the upside of a rotten roof is the speed which it can come down. And as the roof is removed, the daylight shines a light on what's left of the beautiful brickwork of the bakery walls and bread oven, which was built 200 years ago using just limestone blocks and mud. And the intricate construction of the oven is quite a work of art.
This is going to look stunning, this is. It really is. I'm very excited about this. It's my most favourite building on this whole thing, this is.
But as each wooden plank is removed, the ridge beam across the top of the building gets less and less secure.
Gently do this top, yeah? Hang on.
Really gently.
Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah?
That's it, here we go.
Ooh.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't want to do that.
As they reach the final few chevrons, Paul can see the roof is becoming unstable, so secures the ladder to the wall.
Famous last
Well, I'll
words.
put my legs through it like that. There you go.
We're going to need that. Ooh. Yeah, don't do that. Got that?
Yep. Right, just the last one now. That's it, you got it. Okay.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Hold on, yeah. Hold on. Well done. That was a bit silly, that was.
We're all in one piece. Is everyone present?
Everyone's present and correct.
Rebuilding an ancient village involves many risks, but thankfully, securing the ladder on the wall saved Yip from falling. And now they just need to get the ridge beam and Yip down to safe ground. Back in La Boulière, after a dicey moment whilst removing the bakery roof, Paul is trying to safely get Yip and the ridge beam to solid ground.
We're not out of the woods yet.
Yeah, whoa.
Don't you get in the thing. You need to be out of
No.
the cross section. Go that side, yeah?
This one's hanging out the...
You all right?
Yeah, brilliant.
Well
Should
done.
Hold that. Well done.
Well, we never expected to dismantle that bit today, so that's been really helpful.
That was a bit hairy, that was. I feel...
I feel very hirsute now.
Thankfully, Yip and the centuries-old building are still standing. But after the close shave with the ridge beam, Paul is now going to take a less risky approach to remove the remaining wood.
I'm going to take the digger round to the other side of the bread oven and hopefully try and take those cross beams down with it. So I think they're quite heavy to be mucking around on the ladder with those.
Though Paul has plenty of love for the original building practices and tools, sometimes a bit of modern engineering is necessary. But when it comes to another crossbeam, even Paul's digger might be overstretched.
Okay, I'm going to try for that centre one now. I'm not sure it's going to reach, but have a go. That's a shame.
But the digger can't reach, so they have no choice but to shift it themselves. But moving a heavy beam at height is a tough ask.
See if you can come down your end, like, you know, a couple of stones or something.
Oh.
All right, I'm going to come down a bit as well.
I need to hold on to these bricks.
We don't want to cause any crumbling with this wall, but I appreciate... So really, we're stuck now. We've got to do something with this.
Yeah.
With no going back, Paul is hoping that by getting nearer, he can propel the wood far enough away from the wall.
Be careful. There's only one of you. You've got the grace of a swan, haven't you?
No. I don't know about that. Are you confident you can lift and throw, yeah? Right, OK.
After 3 or on 3?
On 3.
OK, 1,
2.
2, 3.
Brilliant, well done.
Well done.
And with a similar approach to the other side,
After 3, 1.
Yeah, 2, 3. Well done, everyone.
with all the structural beams removed, although completing the rebuild of the bakery is still a long way off, restoring ghost villages is painstaking, and today is still a big step forward.
Very successful day,
Yeah.
and a good push forward. You know, we can size it all up now, see what's got to be done with the stonework, sort all that out, get the new roof back on.
Yeah.
The ghost villages of Europe are often epic restoration projects which are not for the faint-hearted, as they may take years of hard work to rebuild, possibly even a lifetime to complete. One such village is La Boulière in Normandy in northern France. This once thriving settlement was made up of 5 cottages, a bakery and numerous outbuildings. And now, after years of neglect, it's slowly coming back to life, thanks to Paul and Yip.
The whole thing was kind of organic, wasn't it?
It was,
we
yeah.
never ever set out to buy a hamlet or a village. We didn't really think, oh, well, we shouldn't really do this because we haven't got the money. We just thought it's...
Buy now, worry about it later.
And over the last 20 months, they've been battling with nature, freeing the village from the vegetation that strangled it and working hard to repair serious damage. Though it's taking time, they're on the way to fulfilling their dream of opening a glamping site. It's late April in 2023, and Paul and Yip are finally on the cusp of opening the village they love so much to the general public.
So 3 weeks' time, our first guests are going to arrive.
20th of May.
2 lads on a cycle. They're cycling from Paris to Mont Saint-Michel and doing a stop-off at ours overnight, so that's good.
Their crowning achievement so far is turning a dilapidated old piggery into a utility room for future guests. But though the exterior is finished, the interior is still empty.
We're cracking on today with the shower, aren't we?
Shower cubicle. We've been putting it off, haven't we?
We have been putting it off.
We don't really like plumbing.
We've heard horror stories about assembling shower cubicles.
Since buying the village, they've dismantled roofs and rebuilt stone walls. But it seems a flat-pack shower cubicle
I have no idea why this won't come out. This is not a good start already. Got to be really careful with it because it's all glass. They're joined together somehow in manufacturing. That's making it a pain in the butt to unpackage.
might just get the better of them.
That's it, well done.
Eventually, with a bit of teamwork, they figure it out. And it doesn't take long to assemble the cubicle and plumb in the shower.
All right, that should be it.
Yeah? There's lots of tasks that we're learning, that we come to love, don't we?
Yeah.
And this isn't one of them.
But eventually, they've learnt another new skill and added a 21st century mod con into a 19th century building.
It's all plumbed in, it's all ready to...
That was the last biggest thing to go in that room. So it's all like little tidying up bits now, isn't it? Cosmetic stuff. What a relief.
Yeah.
12 days later, the bathroom is complete. So the next job is to fit the kitchen. And despite battling with some epic jobs in the past, only now is the pressure starting to build.
We're about 14 days till our guests arrive.
Yeah.
So, you know, on the scale
hands
of
on
things, it's a very short window, but
Really short window, but we have to be on track. There is no option
Yeah.
to not be.
Back in La Boulière, it's May, and emotions are running high as Paul and Jip prepare to welcome their very first paying guests.
we're a mess already today. So,
It's a big day
It's
today.
a massive day today.
Feels like the build-up to this has been years. It's only been a year.
Well, it has,
2
maybe
years.
nearly 50 years, the build-up to this.
You know, a lot of the emotion is the relief that we're finally
Yeah,
here as well, isn't it?
definitely.
Since they took over the crumbling village, the boys have put their absolute heart and soul into saving it. So opening it to the public is a massive step.
You know, these last couple of years of being here, 18 months, it's been full on, you know, to get to this point. So it's like,
Yeah, especially as when we turned up, it was a million miles away from being able to invite anyone
Yeah.
here. Now, for it to resemble
a business and
something that someone would want to come and
Yeah.
spend their time and
pay for it as well.
relax, yeah, and pay for it,
It's massive.
is a huge thing.
Though the finish line is in sight, they're not quite there yet. With 9 hours to go, they still need to complete the utility room.
Oh, one mirror, one lovely French ornate mirror.
Putting in all the little touches that will make it homely for the guests.
Well, we've got a nice bit of oak, like a plank thing of tree, so I'm gonna, you know, without spending too much time on it, I'm gonna just try and make it look nice. So just basically put a sill in here.
But when you're up against it,
Sprayed it gold and it came out gold and looked fine, and now it's turned silver.
even the simplest task can be tricky.
No,
Well, it's because of the stone, though. We can do this. Come on, you can do this. I'm loving that already. Lovely bit of oak, that, isn't it?
It is a lovely bit of oak.
What a lovely little seat as well, window seat.
And time is ebbing away.
5 hours, 50 minutes.
Yeah, it's not good.
So the boys pick up the pace.
Look at that. Fantastic.
Oh, what? We love that, don't we? I wish we were staying here.
All that's left to do is to get the horse box habitable. But as it drifts to early evening,
Time seems to have run away with us. We're up against it.
It's ridiculous, it is.
We're up against it.
the pressure of this monumental day is beginning to take effect.
We're just miles away. It's just going to be a bit embarrassing, isn't it, when they turn up and we haven't done
But what can we do apart
No,
from just
just
carry
say
on
it.
doing stuff?
it. Don't get like that.
No, what I'm saying is we can't do anything, can we? You know, it's saying, oh, it's embarrassing or whatever. It
Well,
isn't.
it is, that's how I feel.
No, I appreciate that, and I understand. But I'm saying, change. You know, doesn't change anything, does it? We've just got to work in the solution, haven't we?
However, hard work often brings its own rewards.
Oh, no.
I think we are here. That text was saying. Hi, it's Matthew. I think we will be there closer to 6:30. Hope that's okay.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, the weight has been lifted a little bit from them being late. The universe answered our prayers.
The extra half hour buys them just enough time to be ready. Through sheer hard work and determination, Paul and Yip have transformed the once derelict old piggery into a high-spec utility room, surrounded by beautiful grounds with a luxury horse box to boot. And it's an historic day for this village, as they're about to find out if the guests love La Boulière as much as they do.
Bonjour. Ça va?
Oh oui, merci.
Entree.
Come on, we're going this way.
We haven't quite vacated their area. Mostly we have, I think, so it'd be fine. But
Do you want to come and have a look at the room? Hopefully there's everything in these plug sockets. There's plug sockets up by the bed, lighting. There's a heated blanket if you get cold. Just switch it on.
Okay.
There's a fire if you want a fire, because it might get a bit chilly.
Yep.
That's it, storage.
Amazing.
No, rest is...
Fantastic.
That's what it is.
And yet again, the charm of La Boulière seems to be captivating even more people. And today, Paul and Yip are certainly one step closer to bringing La Boulière back from the brink.
hope they like it.
The reaction was, he said, wow, this is beautiful, so...
In Normandy, Paul and Yip have at last welcomed their first paying guests to La Boulière. But the stress of getting everything finished has taken its toll.
Well, how are we doing this morning?
Are we fully rested, do you think?
Not fully rested.
Not really. Woke up in the middle of the night thinking about things that I could do to the lorry.
However, early indications are that all that graft over the last 18 months has been worth it.
I sent a lovely message last night saying what a special place it was, which had us in tears. What's wrong with us? Yeah, so that, just lovely.
It went really well.
And as they serve their first continental breakfast,
Morning.
Morning, knock knock.
their guests could not be happier.
Wow. Excellent. Very cozy. The bed was super comfortable, very well rested, and the best part was being woken up by the birds singing this morning.
We'll take that and we'll just keep improving on it, hopefully.
So all in all, it was a successful first
Night.
for our first guest, so it's a big deal.
And as Paul and Yip say goodbye to the first ever guests of La Boulière,
Right, good luck, guys.
Thank you so much. Take good care. Bon voyage.
Bon voyage.
the enormity of what they've achieved hits home.
It was a really nice first gentle entry into what we're doing, isn't it?
Gîtehood.
Gîtehood. So we're very grateful for that.
It's such a vital first step for Paul and Yip, as not only have they proven to themselves that they can do it, but now they have people who can spread the word about their amazing village.
It's a nice feeling that somebody's experienced it, they've gone away happy, they're going to talk about it. It's the start, that seed has been planted now. And they're scattering the seed, aren't they? It's just going to grow.
Yeah.
And get better, stronger.
There's just one further bit of admin to take care of.
Well, I think the first thing we'll do is check the
Guest book.
review book.
Right.
Oh, the pen's been moved, so something's been written, hasn't it?
I hope so. Right. 21st of May, 2023. First off, congratulations to you both for...
What
you've achieved here. This is an incredible place, and we feel so lucky to be the first guests to stay here. Everything has been perfect. It's really been a highlight of our whole cycling journey. We wish you the best of luck in the adventure, and I have a feeling we'll be back to stay in the lorry again. Matthew and Robin, Villacini 2023.
A little drawing of... That's very good. Look, one Saint-Michel and 2 bikes.
Oh, well done, Paul.
Well done, you. That's lovely, isn't it?
With the first guests captivated by the charm of this once-lost village, Paul and Yip can look back on a year that has finally brought La Boulière back to the world.
It's great, you know, we've accomplished what we
set out
to do. Haven't we?
Yeah, we've made a business from somewhere that was quite dilapidated and unused for 30 years, and now it's back in action. We are literally breathing life into it, new life into it.
After the last 18 months of battling the weather, money issues, illness, and a set of crumbling buildings, this isn't the end of their restoration plans.
We are itching to get one of these
cottages
started, because I think if we can just get one of those and the lorry done, it changes the whole thing big time. You know, we can really start to move forward, I think.
But when taking on a project as complicated and long-lasting as resurrecting a 200-year-old village, sometimes it's best to take a moment to appreciate how far you've come.
We wanted something, a way of earning money that we wouldn't have to leave for.
You know, we've got these stunning views on our doorstep. Why would you want to go?
Why would you want to go anywhere else?
Living the dream, aren't we?